Hello and welcome, everyone. Today marks the beginning of an all-new adventure in Way of the Hunter. To start off, I'll be tackling the Nez Perce Valley tutorial missions with a brand new character on a brand new map. This will continue on with a mission guide and playthrough series as I hunt, explore, and level up along the way. Nez Perce is based in the American Pacific Northwest, containing forests, mountains, and rivers, with a rich variety of large and small animals that you'd expect to find. This game has come a long way since its development, and I'm looking forward to revisiting it after all the updates and DLCs that have been added since I played originally back in 2022. Way of the Hunter sets itself apart with its attention to detail in regard to animal herds and life cycles, weapon ballistics, and overall immersion. The variety of difficulty levels makes it appealing to new and veteran hunters alike. It may not have wall-to-wall animals waiting around every corner, but with a little exploration and patience, success will come easily enough. The following are the tutorial missions you'll encounter when you hit Start Game for the first time. It does a good job of walking you through the basics of the game's mechanics, but I'll see if I can add a few tips and tricks I like to use as we go along.
Wallace Elliott Willow speaking.
Hey, Grandpa. I'm getting closer to the lodge. Your phone magically erased all the contacts again?
River. Nurse Ellen was helping me with it, but she said she doesn't know how these old-fashioned phones work.
I'll help you with it when you return.
Oh, I'm so grateful you decided to help me with the Bear Den Ranch. Competition is growing every day.
Ethically hunted meat with government inspection? Sounds like a pretty niche market.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. But the demand is rising every day. And with the hoax about the disease spreading...
What? I can't hear you.
River, can you hear me better now?
Yep, way better.
The service in the valley is really bad, so I'll make it quick. I've sent you a package a day ago, but I'm not sure when it will arrive. Just make yourself at home and maybe greet your old friend Echo. You know, it's been a while.
Oh God, I forgot about her. How long has it been?
10 years. I hope you didn't forget the keys.
Oh God, I did. What should I do?
Don't worry. The spare is in the usual spot.
So here we are in the Nez Perce Valley. The on-screen aids for the game are pretty straightforward. In the bottom right-hand corner, I can see my character's stance, and my wind direction and speed. When a weapon is equipped, it will also show the outline of the weapon, as well as ammo count, magazine capacity, and ammo type. In the middle at the top is my compass direction, which also helps me locate destinations and points of interest. And to the left of that, I can see my current mission objectives, which can be toggled on and off. I can also flush out the details of the mission with the in-game menu. Here I can see available and completed missions, rewards, and can activate or deactivate a mission. In the map, I can see where certain objectives are with a yellow highlighted area. Here I can also fast travel, see points of interest on the map, and see animal herds and their need zones. Also worth noting is the encyclopedia. In here I can learn everything about the game from how to play to animal trophy ratings and need zone times. This will update and expand as I explore the map. In the character menu, I can view my inventory, perk progression, taxidermied animals for the lodge, and a history of my harvested animals. And at the far end, the game menu accesses the photo mode, main menu, and the settings for the game. Alright, enough of that. Let's get started. For my first mission objective, I need to find the spare key to the lodge. Below, there's an indicator on the mailbox showing me where to go, so I'll head down and grab it.
Thank God we have a trustworthy mailman.
Now, another indicator leads me to the front porch of the lodge, so I'll head back on up there next.
It's been a long time since I was here.
Okay, on to the next mission. Just ahead is the gun safe in the bedroom. To equip a gun, I first have to select my primary equipment slot. The only gun I can equip is a lever action 30-30, so I'll click the slot, then hit equip. Next to the gun at the top is a plus symbol. Here is where I can equip the scope, so I'll click that, then select the scope, and equip it as well. Okay, ready to go. My next task is to get to the second floor balcony. Now there's an objective marker to my left. To get there, I'll have to make my way through the lodge and up the stairs. In here is where I can see all the displays I can use for my future trophies. Next, I need to pull out my binos and spot the checkpoints, showing me how to get to Echo.
See you soon, Echo.
And last but not least, I need to inspect the map in the bedroom. This reveals undiscovered points of interest on my map in the surrounding area, like campsites and hunting stands.
You've discovered Nez Perce Valley grassland habitat. Open country for beginners and seasoned veterans alike. The meadows serve as prime feeding areas for both pheasants and badgers. Undisturbed grasslands with tall grass have the potential to hold a lot of small but also some bigger game.
Now on to Echo. First, I have to get in the car in the parking lot behind the lodge.
It's faster if I take the right turn.
A quick check to my map shows that I need to travel to the highlighted area.
There's the bridge.
My next objective wants me to cross the river and take the first left.
Maybe I remember the road after. I don't remember this parking lot. Let's leave the car here.
Next stop, top of the hill. To get there, I'll follow the foot trail off of the parking lot.
Here you are.
And finally, at the top of the hill, I found Echo.
Long time no see, my friend.
Next stop is the rifle range. It's just southwest of the lodge, so I'll make my way back to the car and follow the road there. And here we are. With the binos, I can see the targets evenly placed at 50-meter intervals. So it's finally time to take a shot. First, I need to adjust my zeroing to 50 to match the distance to the target. Then, I'll need to put the bullet into the gray area on the deer.
Vitals hit. That would be a good shot.
Now I'll adjust the zeroing for the next target.
Everyone wants to keep his shooting skills sharp, but 200 meters? Way too far for a safe deer shot.
And finally again for 200. And that's the mission. I'd better reload before I forget. Cars are good to keep handy on my hunts because they get you around the map quickly, but also allow me to resupply and manage my inventory by opening the trunk. The only thing you can't do is buy new equipment, which I'll have to do at the lodge. But this will come in handy as I'll need ammo for my next mission.
Looks like there's a note over there.
Hey, Wallace, don't forget to take care of the badgers wreaking havoc behind the lodge. Sincerely, myself, you forgetful geezer.
All right, now it's finally time to hunt. My next location is right behind the lodge. So I hopped in the car and headed up the hill. Since I'm going to start hunting, it's time to activate my hunter sense. This is a helpful in-game aid that highlights important clues and items in the world like tracks, need zones, and blood trails, as well as points of interest, like this parking sign here that spawns in vehicles. Hunter sense is available for use for all difficulty levels except for Ranger, so if it's not available, that's likely the reason why. As soon as I move around though, you'll notice that the hunter sense turns off. As a result, in the early game, I'll have to start and stop walking to identify items. This is easily remedied with a Walk and Sense perk in the character menu by identifying 30 unique animal signs. This will allow me to keep the hunter sense active while walking, and is one of the first perks I intend to unlock. But for now, I'll have to make do. Hunter Sense also allows me to identify sounds and provides details on the animals making the noise. And there's the stand I'll need to be in for the mission. But first, I took a look at the badger burrows. Analyzing the burrow will do two things. One is that it unlocks the need zone on my map for the seat of badgers in the area. The other is that I unlocked the American Badger page in my encyclopedia. But perhaps the most used feature to the Hunter Sense is this: spotting animal details with the binos. This gives me some brief stats about the animal to help me decide if I want to shoot or pass. There's a whole science that can be followed to make this decision, but I'll save herd management techniques for another video. For now, I just need to get into the stand and get one. And here's an example of some tracks. And here's an example of another need zone.
so many burrows. That's unusual. Badgers are definitely overpopulated in this area.
Once I was in the stand, I waited for an opportunity to get a good shot on a badger. There's a 1-star mature, and he's headed right for me. I made sure to zero my scope down as low as I could go before taking the shot. A good habit to get into is to place an exploration marker on the spot where you shoot the animal by pressing X on the keyboard or right bumper on the controller. This gives me a place to start looking when I'm tracking a blood trail like this one. But thankfully, he didn't make it far. Analyzing the point of impact is super important, as it gives me clues as to how good the hit was, as well as if the animal will expire as a result. This saves a ton of time needlessly tracking a surviving animal. With the blood trail, the blood spatter will always lead me in the direction the animal was headed. I also like to take my time and let the highlighted waves of the hunter sense show me the way. And here he is. The bullet camera gives me details for the weapon, ammo, and shot placement. Here I was just shy of the lungs, hitting nothing but flesh. The overview gives details on the animal's statistics, hunt and trophy ratings, and what price I can get for him. A 1-star mature with 8% genetics isn't anything special, and I could use the cash, so I plan to sell him. The Hunt tab gives me details for tracking as well as how much meat was salvaged from the animal. All the animals will be judged in this way as they can be sold to the meat market as ethically hunted wild game. Many future missions will be based around this concept. And lastly comes the Trophy tab. This determines an animal's trophy rating and comes into play with more higher fitness in antlered animals. Alright, there's one, and I guess I'll have to get another. I decided to head back to the stand for a better view of the area. Again, I watched and waited for an opportunity. Another thing to note is the energy in the shot analysis in the upper right corner. When it turns yellow, the force of the bullet has an ideal amount of energy to effectively kill the animal. She went down instantly, but I marked the spot anyway. It's best to get into the habit. I got my second badger through both lungs with a 30-30 Winchester. She's a mature female with no trophy rating, so I won't be keeping her either. Since I only lost 0.07 kilograms, I'll get a decent price for her too. And once I sold her, I completed the mission. Well, I didn't roll out the gate with trophies galore and guns ablazing, but it's good to do a quick run through of the basics. At least I got to get my feet wet and made a couple of harvests to get me started. If you found this video helpful, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content. If you're an experienced player and have other tips and tricks for new players, leave them down in the comments. The next mission will lead me on a quest to find some deer just down the river, as well as gain more experience for leveling up my character. Thanks for watching.